What's going on YouTube? Greenwood Evil here. Today we're going to do another Godzilla review. I spoke about this with my first video, the Shin Godzilla review. I talked about theater exclusives and how they're different colors from the regular figures that you can buy in Japan. I spoke about the King Ghidorah from Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah All Out Monster Attack. Yes, that's the name of the movie. It's crazy. But before we get into that, I want to talk about something real quick. So I have a Godzilla Facebook page, and I really haven't promoted it much on here. So I'm going to leave the link up in the right corner for my Godzilla Facebook page. Hopefully it links there. If not, it'll be on the bottom. I'm not sure exactly how the links will work. I'm still kind of figuring those little things out with the page and the channel. But I wanted to just say that I have a Godzilla page. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so that's why you're going to see Godzilla reviews and such on here regularly. This will be our third review. Like I said, our first review was Shin Godzilla. That's going to be in the top right corner as well. And also throughout the video, I'll put up the SH Monster Art's first ever release of Godzilla, the 1994 Godzilla, which will be up in the right hand corner. In the future for Godzilla videos, I'm going to be getting another box of the Battle Spirits Godzilla, because that's a very big popular video that's on the channel. Has almost 1,000 views, I think. And I can benefit from getting another one of those boxes because I need more of those cards anyway to try to complete the collection. So I'm going to try and get one of those at some point in the near future. They take like 2-3 weeks to get here because they're from Japan. So, you know, I order it today. It takes 3 weeks from today, and I won't be ordering until the weekend, trying to find deals or whatever. But today we're doing our review. So on this right here, our theater exclusive King Ghidorah. Now, it's tough with the camera focusing. I tried to do it already. Since it's all gold, it's very tough to see some stuff because it's exclusive and special edition. So there's detail on here because there is a regular figure of this. But before I start talking about this figure, I'm going to get right into it so I can cut the feed here so you can just get immersed in this. So we're going to get right into this guy. So basically, this is what you consider a theater exclusive. So when this movie came out all those years ago in 2001, when you went to the theater, literally, there would be toys you could buy at the theater. I don't know why I keep looking at the camera over there. I'm not even using it at this point. There would be figures you could buy at the theater, and these would be you could only get them from the theater, and this was one of them when the Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah All Out Monster Attack came out, which is really neat. It is definitely awesome. I got this from our comic shop in town called JC Comics. They're awesome. They carry a lot of Godzilla stuff. A lot of imports, and this was one that I definitely wanted to grab, so I got it for $50. That's a good deal. I got it for a while ago at $50. It's the same. Here's the cool thing: the mold is the same exact mold as the regular figure. I don't own the regular figure from this movie, but it's the same exact mold. But what they did for this release was they made it all gold, and they put little gold. I'll bring them in here real close if you could see the dots. They look like black dots. I really can't even get them super focused in, but they're actually gold dots. It's really cool. So the whole figure is decked out in gold glitter and gold. That's actually pretty funny because in the movie, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but King Ghidorah looks like this in the movie. Like, it turns all gold and bright, which is pretty neat. So I'm not sure if they did that deliberately or if it was just something that they just wanted to do color-wise, because King Ghidorah is usually a gold color, and I guess they thought it would look cool to make it gold. But you have some articulation, like the rest of them I've talked about. You really don't have a lot of articulation. With the wings stay the same. The heads do turn, like the heads themselves and the necks. But you're just gonna want to line them up the way they're supposed to be lined up, like right here. You're just gonna want to line them up with the scales on the side here, and just keep them like that. There's no real point to move them. It's a big figure. It's more than a foot long because the tail is super long, and the tail is also super detailed. It's really neat. Like, again, I can't go too into detail with this because it's all gold and it's tough to see. There's the ticket right there. The tag from when it came out. Let's take the sleeve off and look at it real quick. I always cover my sleeves, like I said in the other video. Use Magic the Gathering size sleeve cards. It keeps these nice and protected. So there's you have your. It's actually numbered, which is pretty cool, right in the top here, I'm assuming. And then you have some information, I guess, about King Ghidorah in the movie. And then you have the Godzilla from Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah right here. I actually have that 8-inch Godzilla figure that goes with this figure. Not from the theater, but really awesome. This got a nice sticker too. This authentic Toho sticker, which is really awesome. It's really cool to have stuff like this, to be a Godzilla collector and to have something that's exclusive. I guess there's your yen price, 2,300 yen, 2002. I guess I'm not sure. The movie came out in 2001. I'm not sure why the dates is 2002. That's just something that I guess that they did. Then you have another tag here. I'm assuming that's it's got a little character choking or something, like don't eat it or something. It's very strange. But that's the tag, so that's pretty cool. I just wanted to show. I kind of wanted to show this off because this is really nice. But this is basically what a theater exclusive looks like. No big shakes. Another thing that are cool with King Ghidorah is that each head has a different mold. It's tough. Again, it's tough to see. So I will try to bring it in here. That one has. Oh, that's actually a really good shot right there. That one has its mouth open. You can actually see the gold now too. That one has its mouth open, and then this one here, the middle head just has its mouth closed, as you can see. And then the other one here has its mouth just a little bit open. So even though it's all the same head for the most part, they're all different. They're all different poses, which is pretty cool. And then of course it has two tails. It's two tails here. It's not just one, which is pretty cool. Let that focus in there for a second. About the movie. This is the only time that King Ghidorah has been portrayed as a good character, a savior of the earth, because Godzilla was the spirits of the dead sailors from World War II in Japan. It's very crazy. Like, Godzilla has some pretty crazy storylines, and this is right up there with them, but it's one of the best movies they've ever made. But King Ghidorah was a good guy in this. It was protecting Earth, which is the first and only time that it's been like that. So that's interesting, and also pretty cool why I wanted the actual figure, because it was one time where it was a good guy. That's pretty much it. I don't have much more. Like, I'll show you the size comparison to the Shin Godzilla that I did the review on. So they're both, vinyls. They're both vinyls. Shin Godzilla is, they're both really long, because Shin Godzilla has that really, really long tail, as you can see. So they pretty much have the same length tail. They're almost the same height, but King Ghidorah is a much, much bigger figure, just in mass, because of the wings and the chest and the legs. But if you look real close, you actually can get a good detail of all the scales. So it has all the detail of the other figure, but it's just literally all gold. And they must have done the mold with gold glitter in it, which is really cool. It's a cool idea. And none of them is coming off of my hands, or my fingers, so this must be all inside, which is really neat. So if you figure each time you'd make a mold of this King Ghidorah, it would be different, because all the glitter would be in different areas. So in essence, each one can be considered like unique, because the dots are in different places, and you won't get the dots in the same place. But it's got its cool horns. It's got everything. It's got this. Like I said, it's the same thing. A tidbit of information. Varan was supposed to be the third monster in this movie. It wasn't supposed to be King Ghidorah. So if you look closely at King Ghidorah's facial features, it actually looks a lot like Varan. And I don't know if a lot of you know who Varan actually is, but you can always search that on the Googles. But it has a lot of facial features of Varan, which is pretty neat. That's a little Easter egg there, because they were going to originally use him instead of King Ghidorah. But of course, King Ghidorah is such a much more popular character. It's Godzilla's almost one of his greatest enemies, that they wanted to bring this to the screen again. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick little review on this one. It's awesome. I recommend getting it if you have a chance to find one. Also, again, check my Godzilla page. I try to post as much as I can on it. Between the YouTube channel and work and and the Facebook Godzilla page, and me just doing other stuff that I usually do. It's tough to post all the time. It's me and Scarlet and Paler actually do run that Godzilla page, but we post stuff on there. I'll put up funny stuff and some pictures and news about Godzilla movies and stuff like that. So definitely check it out if you haven't already, and give us a like on Facebook. And that is pretty much it, guys. So, of course, as always, if you like the video, like it, subscribe down below or in the left-hand corner. I'll put some other Godzilla-related videos on here. And until next time, and until the next video, take it easy, guys. Peace.